Hi, welcome to SMAC's online video tutorials. In this tutorial we're going to look at the global dictionary. This is a really nice area which you can really fine-tune all the dictionaries that make the SMAC system work. There's about 13,000 entries that can be finely tuned to perfection. The original dictionary is for the users, so each user can customize their login. But this dictionary that we're going to be talking about today is the global dictionary, and this is if you have access to the root server. You can only access this if you have that. So we're going to look at what we can do with the global dictionary, because this truly shows you the power of the software. So we've got a special user. There's only going to be one user that's set up like this. Just for test, this is how we've set this up. So look at this. So now we're logging in as a special global dictionary user. So if you've looked at what SMAC software can do, this software can be run in 20 different languages, and each dictionary is a user dictionary. So if you create a website, that user has certain words and phrases in that dictionary that they can customize. But overall, and in a global dictionary, we have another system which is like save, really entries where there's no need to have customization. It's just sort of normal computing words that we would use. So let's say we have search. We can see here now we're in French. We've got search. We've got research. So you can see that there's no reason to have this dictionary entry for an individual user, because search is always going to be the same. But let's say the user dictionary, you would have, let's say, shopping basket. You might not want to label it as shopping basket. So name is always going to be name. Email is always going to be email. You're not going to have another user customized word for email. So what this does, this new login opens up all that. So it opens up the base core dictionary of the SMAC system. Every single word is included in here. You can see we've got 29 pages of these. So this really is the core of the core engine. But it's really interesting, because if this core engine has been translated with Google Translate, but you might find there's things that aren't perfect. So if you really want to really sort out the content management system for whatever purpose, this is where you're going to have the fun. So here let's choose another language. We've got all these different languages. Let's choose Arabic. We can see now we've got all our entries now in Arabic, but you can see that our main core has to be similar to this. We can't have minimum price being something else here. This has to be minimum price, and this is the Arabic version of minimum price. We can have full details. This has got to be exactly what this is. Yeah. Email message. So all these entries here have been translated using the latest Google Translate, which is pretty accurate. It's about 80 to 90% accurate. But obviously there'll be some changes. There'll be some differences. And we've got the Chinese here. So this is the Chinese. So if you're running a website and you're, let's say, running one of our shopping center solutions, and you're just running it in Chinese, then you're going to want all the Chinese here perfect. So the person that's administrating the website, first of all, will have it in perfect Chinese, plus the person using the website. So this is very, very nice to spend a bit of time on getting to grips with the languages. So when this software is released, you'll probably just have one language to concentrate on. But it could be that you're a web design agency and you wish to be building websites in 20 different languages. So you're going to want your websites absolutely perfect. So this is where you're going to do that. Using the languages in here, and you'll be going through and you're going to be getting some nice translations in here. So it works very similar to the normal dictionary. We don't have the menu on the side here. We don't need to be looking at anything other than translating. So this is a different login that does a different thing. This login is only for translating the global dictionary, nothing else. We can search in here, and that will search both in the English area and the alternate language. We always have the English on the left as our base language. So this language is the framework we use for the translation. We have to have some reason for this translation. So we can see we've got the actual definitive code of what we're doing here, but this is the English representation, and then we have a unique number. So we can jump down into any number and we can see exactly, yeah, I've finished up to 207. So these numbers here are this uniqueness of this entry, and they will be all the same for any dictionary. So we can decide to save here, and this will save all the entries that are showing on this page, both in one language and the other language. If we have just English, then we're just going to see just one big representation of English. If we have two languages, or we're going to select other languages to translate, then we have those on the right. So we've got all these different languages here. See, some of these translations might be okay. Google is not perfect, but it's pretty good, and you'll definitely want to have a look at that. But once this language represents the English equivalent here, this site is basically written in Korean, for example, because every single word in the CMS and plus the public website uses these dictionaries. So we can delve into here, we can click on edit. That will bring us a edit page on there. So let's go now into Spanish. See here we've got some nice entries. We can see here we've got the user added on the front of this. You can see that. Well, the user means that dictionary entry, this entry here, means the user, if you're supplying websites to the user, can overwrite their personal recommendations for this, because they could say select similar listing to group with this listing. It could be select similar artifact to group with this artifact. Select similar tool to group with this tool. So this is where it's very interesting to have the language with the user. So you can see here user. Okay, so the ones that haven't got user are the main global dictionaries. See, look, old password. There's no reason to change old password. But let's have a look at some dictionary entries that have multi-line. Okay, just zipping through the. Here we go. Here's a multi-line dictionary entry. This one, multi-line, advanced edit, and we got all the formatting here. That dictionary entry. And in here, go back, and we're back to where we were. We can search up here. Let's say I want to search for Editar mi cuento, Spanish. You can see I'm getting here. That's quite nice. Let's go into Chinese. So it's obviously not finding this phrase anymore. So let's find this phrase, categories. You can see that even searches in Chinese. So it's pretty awesome. We love this. This is a very, very simple way, and you click on save and that will save these entries in here. There we go. So it's a very, very simple way of managing a global database of words, and it really uniquely makes the site work perfectly in any language. That's why it's quite nice to have a person with language skills overlooking this, because all these translations here have used Google. We've got a few translations. We have the French, German, and the Spanish. They're very, very good. We've had a look at those in detail with translation agencies, so they're pretty good. But these other ones could be, I'm not sure if, but they could be worked on. But if you have this translation here and you have all these translations perfectly in Hindi, you can create websites in Hindi absolutely 100% accurate in this language. And when you log on and when you create a website for someone, or you create a profile for someone, then all they will see is perfectly translated Hindi. So this is a truly global system, and we really love it for its simplicity. Hope you enjoy watching this video. Thank you very much for watching.